These men don't want to be with you. They want to be you. All the things you have, they want that for themselves. Weak men often falsely align themselves in their own mind with powerful women. They think to themselves, anything a powerful woman can do, a weak man can also do and get the same type of credit for. That's why they always pander to you at first. These are the true and sinister ways of a lot of insecure men who are otherwise not recognized by the patriarchy for anything. A lot of them will try to lay up under a woman to then rise up and topple her. A lot of men from a very young age conflate love with consumption and male dominance. So a lot of men talk about how they need women to be submissive and respectful and all of this stuff. That's because they never separated the idea of love and male dominance. They think that women don't really love them unless they are able to dominate them. That's why they're always like obsessed with getting these powerful women pregnant and tied to them for life with a baby. And I'll tell you one more thing. This is why I always encourage y'all to never fall for the feminine masculine coaching, because it honestly weakens you as a woman. Right? Being in your quote unquote feminine around a man and letting a man lead you and all this stuff is bullshit. It is absolute bullshit. At best, a man will lead you off a cliff and he will be nowhere to be found. He probably pushed you off that cliff. Do you know what I mean? Men are not natural born leaders. They're not good leaders. They are led around by their peen, as this supposedly in his masculine man very clearly demonstrated. And of course, here he goes trying to convince us that it was all just a mistake. This is not representative of who he is and his real character. That means you're not a good leader. Like, if you're not actively committed to loyalty and you're like willing to make mistakes and slip up in that area, you're not a good leader. Most men will eventually one day fall into this trap unless they have that self-discipline, that self-control, that actual sense of leadership that most women possess naturally. Men hate us because they're not like us. They want us to be like them, but we're not. And they see that and they envy us. They envy the discipline, the leadership, they envy the power. And I'm telling you, they want to take it from you and have it for themselves. Or they want to destroy you in the process. And that's why so many of them, quote unquote, want kids. It's more than just the idea of a legacy to them, because that actually doesn't matter to them. A lot of men don't raise their own children. They don't care about the legacy. They care more about controlling women that way. And underneath a lot of this masculinity, femininity coaching is really just a taming of the shrew narrative. If you're not familiar with that, please look it up. But it's basically the idea that like a good man can like hold down a woman, make her submissive and make her be his piece. And she's going to be the type of woman to not have her own thoughts. And she's just going to let him lead. Yeah, that's called the taming of the shrew. That's a man trying to prove to himself and to other men that he can take a strong, powerful woman and put her under his thumb because he's a real man. Because that's what love means to men under the patriarchy. It just means control, domination, consumption, and then the discard phase. And then you start the cycle over again. He planned and plotted this. And if you're doubting what I'm saying, watch how this man exhibits little signs of duper's delight throughout his entire apology.
Look, I'm not going to come on here and ask for your forgiveness. I'm just going to come on here and ask for understanding our hearts. And we have a baby on the way. It's just a bad behavior that I can't believe I did it. I prayed to God that night for strength and clarity. I thought I was stronger than this. I thought I was smarter than this. In this, I'd like to just take full accountability. I don't think this should have been aired out, honestly. This is not something that I want to promote or make seem like I identify with. This is not who I want to be, and I'm sorry. The final thing I'm going to say, and then I'll probably delete these, bad about it, I'm sorry. Like, I know what I did was wrong, and this is not going to happen again, and I'm sorry. And that's how you should treat the people you love.
He can barely contain the smirking, that inherent satisfaction that he got away with something so big. He pulled such a big one over on the wizard Liz. He pulled such a big one over on her entire following. He is so pleased with himself. All the things that he says in this apology are actually evidence of a non-apology. It's actually evidence that he's extremely happy with himself for what he did. He's extremely happy for what's about to happen in the future. The reason I say that is because men are already singing his praises. Men are already saying that he won because he got her pregnant. Men are already calling her a baby mama. Men are already celebrating her downfall. He knows that men are going to now line up behind him and follow him just on the back of that. That's why his apology is extremely insincere. One of those, I'm only sorry because I got caught. He says, I don't believe this should have been aired out. Also consider how flippant he is about the entire thing, even about the other person involved. 10 minutes of texting that meant absolutely nothing, meant fucking nothing. And it means nothing to him because it was always about him versus the patriarchy. Men who do these types of things, they usually have a game plan all along, right? He slid into her DMs. He figured out what was important to her. He congratulated and hyped her up on all the right things. And within 36 hours, he admits this himself, within 36 hours, he told her that he loves her. He said, the moment I saw her, I knew I was quote unquote supposed to marry her. He doesn't like her for who she is. He likes her for what she represents. And he wanted to get with her because that would represent something for him. But again, the biggest red flag was that he had nothing going for him and she still gave him a chance. He had looks-wise, career-wise, money-wise, any of that, and she still gave him a chance because he told her what she wanted to hear. Really powerful, really successful women tend to fall for crap like this because a lot of men are too insecure to even approach them in the first place. He knew that all he had to do was to appeal to her in the most bare minimum way possible by actually hyping her up on her accomplishments and pretending that he's not threatened by her when he absolutely was. And like I said, the worst part is when these men realize that they can't actually be you, they can't step directly into your shoes and walk around the world as a strong, powerful, and actually influential woman. Then they will try to destroy your life. They will try to destroy your platform, your goodwill with your audience, the beliefs that you stand upon, all because they're jealous of you. Men that are the most likely to be this way, I repeat once again, are the insecure, ugly little trolls. The men who are so far below you that it takes an especially delusional one to even have the audacity to think that he would be worthy of your attention. And when you do give that attention to him, that's when the rest of the dominoes will fall. He'll love bomb you at first. He'll be happy that you're reciprocating the attention. Then he will try to steal what you have. And when that doesn't work, he will try to destroy it. But he can't have it, then nobody else should. Not even you, the person who worked hard for it, the person who built it, the person who earned it. They resent you because they're not as successful as you. And it's not because of hypergamy that women eventually figure out that they should only date men on their level or higher. It's because these little trolls are so insecure. They legitimately never think that women should ever outdo men. And they set out to try to prove this to themselves. And when they can't, I repeat once again, they will try to destroy you. Godspeed, ladies. Please stay safe out there. Sending all my love to the wizard. You're gonna be just fine, girl. Mwah.